talk to you about this. Quiet. Can you meet me at her cell here on the base? Whenever's fine. Thanks.
Please select a landing zone. Deploying.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
Not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry. Real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research, but I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning.
We've heard there's an Afrikaans English interpreter operating somewhere in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
But I've heard that an American cloning, it's got nothing. It's out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research, but I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff.
That's the target.
That an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being.
Analysis complete.
What's more, it happened over 10 years ago, and the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning,
You gotta extract him.
it has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. a man of your talents. If your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa.
When did that start?
No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon.
You gonna extract him?
For anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
The nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, Cypher really up to?
Analysis complete.
Get down. Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Mula, talk. Where are the others? On the ground.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Metabase.
Boss, Dwight still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking.
What?
If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence.
You want to let her out?
Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right?
But her.
I say work with her. See what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base.
Analysis complete.
As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser.
Please remain
And if she
clear
gets
of the
away?
safe zone.
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss.
Strike will
I think
commence
Quiet sees
short
something in you.
supplies requested.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent. Her unique skills and abilities would give you...
I'll think it over.
Possibly spit it out.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Hey, you okay?
You have arrived at your destination. The weather will clear shortly.
Kijk eens of iemand hier gekomen is. Hier is de scan.
You're pretty good.
Money papier.
Kept you waiting, huh? You're pretty good.
Develop analysis complete. Analysis
Kept you waiting,
complete.
huh?
coming too. Roger that.
Development complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project is being added.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat?
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher, and her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
That'll make me sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No,
That's the target.
person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Delta 4. On a ongeveer positie. Ouais.
CFDF begrepen. Weerswachtzaam in. Rating van je tijd. Uit.
Ik zie een rook. Dan mag vijanden in het gebied wees. Oor.
CFDF begrepen. Scherp security in weerswakker. Uit.
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Cipiede stelt de Heer. Onderzoek voltooid. Geen teken van die vijand.
Side-op completed.
Begrepen. Wees paraat.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Extraction of
Not a base. Development project has been added.
Cipiede stelt dat weer. Bedreiging gemaakt. Ga op gereedheid. Hoor.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over.
What do you mean?
Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes.
A warning?
Too much power destroys the hands that hold it.
A warning?
Big Boss has... Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over.
What do you mean?
Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes.
A warning?
Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that.
I never said any of that.
The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher.
Of all the stupid things you could do.
They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. Bottom line, they'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Heroes are to one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher.
Of all the stupid things you could do.
They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss.
Enemy presence
And deep down, they all
detected.
have their eyes on
Map
nuclear
analysis
weapons. They
complete.
say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war,
Requested.
more like they have a
Please
gentleman's
remain
agreement.
clear of the strike
If you
zone.
do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still,
Strike
don't
will
expect to
commence
walk in the
shortly.
park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers.
He's coming too.
Operators.
Outpost captured.
They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group. Though hired from... They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA.
You gotta extract him.
Any speaking the local language, that's them. Though... The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired.
That's the target.
They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks,
Okay, subject is in.
with the latest gear from the West.
Not a base.
On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The east bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
Development complete. Development project. Development complete. An enemy presence detected.
Can you be? That's the target.
Can you be? Can you be? Will you be? Can 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 you be?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Trying to recuperate. Just got off the flight from Budapest. Say you the best. Shop at Uniqlo. Hairstyle got my follow all unisex. Running out of money, running in the debt. Running from the collectors, I ain't paid them yet. Shit you deal with, no matter how rich you get, and even more depending on the gap. Yeah, word for my niggas getting married. Seriously, can you be? Can you be? Can you be? Will you be? Can 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 you be? Will you be?
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at mother base.
Can you be? Can you be? Can you be? Can you be? Will you be? Can 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 you be? Will you be? Can you be? Can you be?
be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Hands up. Speak. Where are your friends? Where are your friends?
The map has analysis complete.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God
He's coming too. Roger that.
so hard not to act reckless. The whole much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he gets the message. I feel the pressure under more scrutiny. And what I do, act more stupidly. Bought more jewelry, more Louis V. My mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I ain't one of the Cosbys, I ain't go to Hill, man. I guess the money should've changed them. I guess I should've forgot where I came from. Wait till I get my money.
You gotta extract him.
And you can't tell me nothing. Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let up the suicide doors. This is my life, homie, you decide yours. I know that Jesus died for us, but
He's coming too. Roger that.
Parallel double park that motherfucker sideways. Old folks talking about back in my day. But homie, this is my day. Class started 2 hours ago. Oh, am I late? No, I already graduated. And you can live through anything if magic made it. They say I talk with so much emphasis. Ooh, they so sensitive. Don't ever fix your lips like collagen and say something with end up apologizing. Let me know if it's a problem then. Alright, man, holla
Where are your friends?
Excuse me, was you saying something?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let the champagne splash, let that man get cash, let that man get past. He don't even stop to get gas. If he can move through the rumors, he can drive off a fumes, cuz. How he move in a room full of no's? How he stay faithful in a room full of...
You gotta extract him.
In tune with his soul. So when he buried in a tomb full of gold. Treasure, what's your pleasure? Life is depending how you dress her. So if the devil wear Prada, Adam, Eve wear nada, I'm in between but way more fresher. But way less effort. Cause when you try hard, that's when you die hard. Your homies looking like, why God? When they reminisce over you, my God. Wait till I get my money right. Then you can't tell me nothing, right? Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me.
Where are your friends?
Analysis, the map has been updated.
coming too. Roger that.
Okay, hold up, wait a minute, all good, just so we can get the crew at my house, and we party every weekend, so on the radio, that's my favorite song, make me bounce around like I don't know, like I won't be here long, now the thrill is gone, got no patience, cause I'm not a doctor, bro, why is you lying, bro, why you move faster, yeah, me casa, su casa, got it stripped it like Gaza, got so high off volcanoes, now the flow is so lava, yeah, we spit that saliva, iPhone got message from Viber, either the head is so hydra, or we let bygones be bygones, my God, you pay for your friends, I'll take that as a compliment, got a house full of homies, why I feel so the opposite, incompetent ain't the half of it, Saturdays with young lavish, the saddest shit is I'm bad at it, these they took from the cabinet, sorry, I'm just scared of the future, till 2005, I got your back, we can do this, hold up. No matter what you say, what you do, I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. These other niggas, I'll be right by your side till 2005. Hold up. 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 No matter what you say, what you do.
Outpost captured. Analysis complete.
Hold up. 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 I used to care what people thought, but now I care more.
You gotta extract him.
Gotta figure it out, so therefore
Support
I've lost
helicopter requested.
depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like
He's coming too. Roger that.
like Cobain. And when I'm long gone, whole crew singing swan songs. We all just ticking time bombs. Got a Lambo like LeBron's mom. And no matter where all of my friends go, Emily, Bim, and Lorenzo, all of them people my kinfolk. At least I think so.
This is Speedquad. Arriving shortly at Alpha.
They don't care. It's kinda sad, but I'm laughing. Whatever happens. Back in my cabin, laughing or yapping. I'm glad that it happened. I mean it. Between us, I think there's something special. And if I lose my mental, just hold my hand, even if you don't understand. Hold up. No matter what you say, what you do, I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. These other niggas, I'll be right by your side till 2005. Hold up. 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 Hold up.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Side ops list updated. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission.